Hey, you guys, let's get into an energy read for you. Divine, what energies surround us at this time? Okay. So first card coming out is Black Sheep. So rebelling, going against expectations, defying norms. Yeah. So even before anything else comes out, so there has been a central energy. A lot of people have been outcasted in a sense, have been placed off to themselves. This seems to be something that is purposeful. A lot of people will not be able to handle where you're going, but I also feel like there's just a lot of energy, or for some of you all, some energy of where people necessarily didn't like you. Even if they were your friends, even if they're your family, these could be even people that you've dealt with romantically. They never really truly like you, and I don't even feel like they were meant to see you in some way, because where you're going, you didn't even know you were going in this direction. But I feel like now that you have fully accepted and come into yourself, you're willing to accept any good and great thing about you. But this Black Sheep card is just giving me I can't talk today, huh? Giving me an instance of someone who is going against everything that people said that they wouldn't do. I feel like some of you all are even on your way to financial freedom, securities, strong stability, because a lot of you all have been down and out. Like, I feel like you all have been dealing with the traumas of, being separated, being outcasted, being pushed away, being talked about, being scrutinized, but you're getting ready to bounce back. So rebound at the bottom of the deck, flighty, temporary option, as well as unpredictable intentions. But I feel like this is just more so a bounce back for you. I feel like you are getting ready to bounce back from a tumultuous time. And even if the time wasn't tumultuous for you, financially, it was tumultuous for you emotionally, mentally. You're bouncing back. Divine, can you clarify one more time for Black Sheep specifically? Okay, so we have honeymooning. So love on the brain, talking often, feeling all of the feels. But what I'm getting with honeymooning, I feel like you're getting ready to come into some of the best times of your life. Generally, when you're in honeymoon mode, you're loving this time. You get time to spend, if you do have a partner, you get time to spend with that partner. Like, I feel like this is the beginning stages of something new, the honeymoon phase, which is just the happy, abundant time. I feel like after the honeymoon, like, you are getting ready. After the honeymoon is over, you'll be settled into what this really feels like. So I feel like you are just going to be in a time where you're getting ready to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. For you've been down, for a little while. You've been outcasted for a little while. I feel like you're getting ready to come out of hermit mode. And then we even have TikTok here at the bottom of the deck. So deadline, procrastination, as well as too busy. But TikTok is just giving me a sense of time. I feel like you are on your way to great times in your life. Divine, what else do we have here? Okay. So we have wine and dine. So courtship, consistently dating, romance, and passion. Of course, all of these cards are giving a nod to relationships, but I'll be honest, right now I'm not feeling that. I feel like wine and dine is just another card of enjoyment. You can wine and dine yourself, but I do feel like you could be coming into connection, when everything settles for you, connection with people who really vibe with you, almost in a sense of people who don't know who you are. And even if you did have a lot of money, they wouldn't know that unless you told them. I feel like you're going to come into a sense of community. But with Black Sheep, honeymooning, wine and dine, like, I feel like you are just about to really treat yourself. Self-care is very significant. Like, you are really treating yourself to lavish things, those things that you always desired and wanted. I feel like you're going to be able to enjoy those things in real time. Divine, can you clarify wine and dine? Okay. So we have frenemy. Interesting. I was talking about friends. Like, I do feel like you're gonna have haters. So frenemy, fake friends, two-faced, as well as hidden intentions. So I feel like it's all in people's intentions, because that's the second time, I've seen the word intentions. Be careful when you do come into your abundance, when you do come into this great stability. Make sure you are using discernment to, measure who you are to be given to and who you're not to give to. Don't overextend yourself here as well. Yeah, but I'm also getting a sense of people that you used to know with frenemy, people acting like they're friends now, but were your enemies, previously. I feel like, honestly, and this is just my opinion and my perspective, if you haven't been talking to people that you've disconnected from, I would be very leery of people coming back, because I feel like once you do get what you get, I feel like people are going to get wind of this. They're going to catch wind of it in some way, shape, form, or fashion that you've had a come up. And I feel like people are going to wait a while, but they are going to come back. And if they do come back, it just doesn't give they're coming back for the right reasons, because where were you? It's ironic that they will now come back when you've had a come up, when you've come out of the trenches that they helped put you in. Divine, what else is here? We have liftoff. Fast action, progression forward, as well as the wait is over. That's just like I was saying. Like, I feel like with liftoff coming here, you're about to, it's this is about to be unexpected takeoff. Like, you could have expected this countdown to come out, and this countdown is happening. But even with you knowing this countdown happening, when you take off, I still feel like there's going to be a level of excitement. There's going to be a level of surprise to this, because you can get used to and still have hope, but you can get used to being in a particular space, always being, in the mundane, but having faith, trusting and believing that in due season you'll reap if you faint not. You haven't fainted. And I do feel like with liftoff coming here, you're about to shoot off into the stratosphere. Like, you're about to become this good and great person that you always knew that you can be. It doesn't take away from the fact that you've still done great deeds, but it feels like you always knew that there was more out there for you. And honestly, at this point in time, for as long as I've been doing this, if you don't believe that, I really don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's time to try something different. Divine, can you clarify liftoff? Okay. So, knocked up. So, pregnancy, expecting, and mothering. Once again, not even getting pregnancy with this. I'm getting abundance. Like, I feel like you're able to carry a lot. You carry a wealth of many different things. I feel like something that you also created, or something that you're getting ready to create, is getting ready to take off. A lot of you all have social platforms now. The nature of celebrity is changing now. I feel like regular people, regular everyday people that we call regular everyday people, are becoming the celebrities. We are each other's celebrity, and we're not starstruck over each other. I feel like we all are bigging each other up, and we all are encouraging each other to continue to progress in life. So something that you've been working on, something that you've been holding on to, something you've been carrying, is getting ready to take off. For some of you all, you're at the beginning stages of this, so it will take some time. And for some of you all, you're getting ready to birth that thing. Or, and if you haven't birthed it, if it's not birthing, it's already birth. Like, you're in the process of becoming big, putting it out there. Some of you all are just getting ready to honestly take off, just as the card says, lift off, knocked up. Like, this is an abundant, lush, fulfilling time for you. But I also feel like it's a vulnerable time as well. Yeah, because a lot of people will. Okay, thank you, Divine. A lot of people will take advantage of your vulnerability. A lot about you has changed, but most your characteristics seem to remain the same. You would do for anyone that you love, but we might need to change that. Divine, last energy here. These are really great cards. So we have machismo here. So masculine pride, toxic masculinity, as well as meeting manly expectation. So machismo just gives me more so like the emperor vibes. Like, this is a card of dominance. It's a card of power, authority. I feel like in this energy, you are standing up, man. Like, this is where you really truly belong. It's taken a lot of work, and for some of you all, it's taken a lot of time, but you have done the work necessary in order to become this type of person, to sit and rest in this energy. This isn't anything that you are deserving of. It's not even about worth. I feel like it's all about who you were born to be. Divine, can you clarify this last energy here with machismo? And we have roller coaster, so full of highs and lows, off and on again, as well as hot and cold. So what I'm hearing is enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. You've been inching all the way up to the top. Now you're about to come down. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Let it happen. Let it flow. Because once the ride gets going, you have no choice but to ride it. And I feel like that's the type of energy you probably were in. Do it anyway. Because once you start to do it, there's no turning back. And I also feel like that's what's happening here. There is no turning back. I feel like this is going to be an interesting ride. It's going to be unexpected, full of a lot of twists and turns. But what do you have to lose? I feel like this is definitely a time where you are taking risk, where you are putting yourself out there, and I feel like you are getting ready to enjoy this time in your life. I feel like for a while now you've been wondering if this is your time, if this is your moment. I feel like it is, but maybe you need clarity. Maybe you need understanding surrounding what this time really truly does feel like for you. And just going outside of what one would call a general reading here on YouTube, check out our sponsor, Psychic Source. Use the link down below in the description box. Use my unique code JMarian, and you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only $19.80. So that's plenty of time for you to get any clarity and insight that you need, and you won't even break the bank doing it. $19.80. Okay. If you are not satisfied with the insight you receive from the advisor that you choose and select, you can get your money back. So either way this goes, you win. So honestly, I wouldn't wait any longer. Okay. Those details down below in the description box. And now, on to your reading. Divine, what do you need us to know today? Okay. So we have triumph here, and then we also have balance. Yeah. So definitely in a space where you are meant to be an achiever. I feel like in this energy, this is all about timing. It's all about balance. It's all about patience. It's all about the work that you've done. And what I feel like is your work has not been in vain, especially with triumph as well as patience. 7 and 14 could be very interesting because this definitely is a 50-50 split. So I do feel like you've been in this energy of doing, but you also been in this energy of waiting. I feel like in this moment you are achieving exactly what you said that you are doing. I feel like you've been waiting for an opportunity, possibly in order to really make something happen, move and shake for you. A lot of people are in a season of waiting, honestly, for their abundance without even putting in any work, and I mean physical labor. Like a lot of you all have been called to just sit down somewhere, get some rest so that you can be in preparation and ready for what's getting ready to happen. I feel like in this time also we're about to see a rise of a lot of wealthy individuals. That energy has been reigning very prominent and very heavy in the energy as well. I do feel and hope that this is your number, and I hope that you're in that running. Like I feel like a lot of you all have been putting in a lot of work, and what you're going to feel like is you're about to receive some type of payback. Like if you feel like you are about to receive some type of deposit or some type of money or something like that, based off of the strength of, shall we say, like karma and just natural order and law, especially if you've been one of those type of people where you've been giving and giving and giving without any form of reciprocity or expecting anything back. Like I feel like you're the type of person that the divine is looking for, that the divine is getting ready to bless. Divine, can you tell me what else is here, please? And we now have harmony here. So 76 could be significant, or 7 or 7-6. Yeah. Harmony. This seems like this is right where you belong, coming back into balance with oneself. Because I feel like at one point in time you were out of alignment. Yeah, you seem to have been out of alignment, which is perfectly fine. I feel like things are just getting ready to just in a sense, shift for you. Six is tends to be an energy of reciprocity. It also tends to be an infinity. So something is locked in. Like I feel like something is locked in. I feel like at one point in time there was a missing link, but that link that was missing has now come together. I feel like you were meant to be in balance with oneself before anything else was to pop off for you here. Six, be in harmony. Yeah. Divine, what else is here? Can you tell me more? Okay. So we have passion ignited. So yeah, I feel like you definitely are in a space where you are about to receive some type of inspiration to get something going. For a lot of you all, wealth is not just going to be deposited into your account, but you're going to be given an idea to begin to make that wealth happen. And I feel like once you get that thing happen, because this is fire, once you get that thing happening, I feel like that's when the point where you begin to see the wealth start to trickle in. And I do feel like your growth is going to be exponential. Like it's going to happen very quickly. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen very quickly. Ones tend to be aces. So I do feel like this is like that ace of wands type of energy where you're about to see quick movement. I feel like you're going to be inspired to do something. And the moment you get inspired to do this, there will be no hesitation. Divine, what else is here? Okay, we have suffering and silence. So, not this gives me like a nine of swords type of energy. Can you, Divine? Can you clarify why the nine of swords? Okay, so we have foundation and achievements. Okay, so that does make sense here as well. So I feel like the energy that we were discussing earlier about you being the black sheep, about you being outcasted, because nines tend to be singular energies. With this four being foundation and achievement, I feel like what was meant to happen was where you were meant to be rooted and grounded first. I feel like your very foundation, the foundation that you were built on was kind of rocky or shaky, but I feel like maybe originally this wasn't what you wanted. Maybe this wasn't what you established. A lot of times when we come into the belief of things, especially things esoteric or spiritual, we have our ideas and our beliefs founded on what somebody else thought versus what we think. Generally, that's somebody like if you were somebody like me, like your grandmother, your grandfather. For some of you all, it's your parents, but growing up in my generation, it tended to be like the grandparents who helped that spiritual background a little more. But I feel like in this energy, you need to be rooted and grounded in what you believed in, because you were around a lot of people who didn't believe and I feel like that was the whole purpose. Nobody is intended to believe in what you believe in. That belief is for you. That dream is for you. And that's why, me, myself, I don't share anymore. Like that's just something that I just don't do because people were not meant to understand it. Stop explaining yourself is also the vibe that I'm getting. Like stop explaining yourself because they will not understand. And the only person's understanding is for you. And then when you get out there and when you're meeting people and when you're expecting people to, shall we say, buy into your business, that those are the people that you're looking for. And honestly, generally you're not even looking for anybody that you're connected to, because for some reason the people that are closest to you just will not support you. Divine, what else is here? Okay. So we have new beginnings. Yeah. So we literally have the Fool coming out. So new beginnings. I feel like in some way you're about to get access to something. This access could, as we were talking about, be that wealth that you've been feeling. It could just be access to a new avenue or a new way to make this money. I feel like a lot of you all are just looking for new perspectives as a whole. New experiences will also be significant. Like all things new. Like I feel like the days of the old are over. Like if you've been feeling the shift, if you've been feeling like you're in a whole different area in life, some people call it quantum leaping, you are there. Don't explain this. I would keep everything to yourself and share very little. Divine, tell me more about new beginnings here. and we have positive movement forward. So yeah, like once again, like this seems like these are nothing but the right steps. A lot of you all have taken your time on your own personal journeys. I feel like a lot of you all have accepted things that you needed to change. I feel like you've forgiven where you've needed to forgive. And I feel like now for you, the only way is forward. There is no turning back. Like a lot of you all have been waiting for this time. And I say time, we have the waiting game at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. A lot of you all have been waiting for this time. Hourglasses could be significant, very significant. You be seeing hourglasses, and what I'm hearing is that's indication for you that it is your time. And if it's not right there, it's very soon to come. Divine, tell me more about this positive movement forward. Okay. So we have prosperity begins as well as disruption. And disruption is the tower. So I do feel like these were necessary changes. I feel like you've been trusting your intuition and you've been letting that be your guide. I feel like for a lot of you all, these are only the beginning steps to a very prosperous time for you. I feel like this message is only going to find select people and select individuals who really truly believe in what's going on and their beliefs. This has just been a very interesting time, and I feel like these changes are really meant to bring out the best in you, which is what's happening here. These changes are meant to bring out the best in you because a lot of what you've given to, a lot of what you've poured into has not been you. And I feel like that's what this all is about, a return back to yourself. So if you've been feeling like you are awakening and you feel like you've been moving into a period where you're sitting off to yourself, that's you becoming. That's because I feel like sometimes when you are becoming self, you need that room to grow without opinions, without other people's perspectives, without other people trying to push themselves on you. And I feel like that was the evolution. This evolution was also meant for you to see people in their real true essence and see their real true intentions here as well. Divine, last few messages, please. And lastly, we have victory and success. So Six of Wands type of energy. I feel like, once again, you're going to be in this space where people are going to recognize you. So recognition for you is going to be very significant. Even though this may not be something that you want, it's going to be something that you can't help. You're going to step outside and people are just going to like your energy. You're going to be magnetic. Like people are going to be drawn to you because of how abundant you are. And it's not going to be tied to how much money you have and your wealth. It's going to be more so about who you are as an individual and what you're bringing to the table. But what you're bringing to the table, essentially, I feel is going to be something that someone loves. But not only are other people going to love it, but you're going to be able to enjoy yourself. I feel like you're going to be able to do with your time what you want to do with your time. And I feel like you're just going to be free is what is given. It's giving free vibes, free energy, as well as free people. Okay. Well, you guys, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And that includes our sponsor, Psychic Source, because we need the clarity, we need the insight, and I want to get that to you all. So check those details down below in the description box. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.